What if I told you that in 2026, where you choose to live could completely redefine how much you earn, how free you feel, and how good your everyday life actually is? Not slightly improve it, completely change it. Because right now, there are countries where you can cut your living costs in half, while doubling your quality of life. Places where your income stretches further, your stress drops faster, and your time finally starts to feel like your own again. But here's the problem. Most people are still choosing where to live based on outdated ideas, old reputations, random opinions, or worse, social media fantasy. And that's exactly how people end up making the wrong move. So in this video, I'm going to break it down properly. No hype, no unrealistic promises. Just the real picture of the best countries to move to in 2026, based on 3 things that actually matter: lifestyle, income potential, and personal freedom. And by the end of this, you'll know exactly which country fits you, not just what looks good on paper. Let's start with something important, because before we talk about specific countries, you need to understand this. There is no perfect country. There is only the right country for your situation. And most people get this wrong. They chase low cost of living but ignore visa issues. They chase high salaries but burn out, or they chase freedom without realizing what they're giving up in stability. So instead of ranking countries randomly, we're going to break them into categories. Starting with one of the most powerful shifts happening right now, countries that give you the best lifestyle for your money. Let's talk about Southeast Asia. Countries like Thailand, Vietnam, and Indonesia are still dominating this space. And there's a reason for that. In places like Thailand, you can live comfortably for around $1,200 to $2,000 a month. That includes a modern apartment, eating out regularly, transport, and even some travel. But what makes Thailand stand out in 2026 isn't just the cost. It's the balance. You get solid infrastructure, good healthcare, a massive expat community, and one of the easiest transitions for foreigners. And now, with newer visa options being introduced and expanded, it's becoming even more accessible. But here's the trade-off. You're not there for high-income opportunities locally. This is a place where you bring your income with you. Now compare that to Vietnam. Vietnam is even cheaper in many cases. You can live well on $800 to $1,500 per month, depending on your lifestyle. Food is incredibly affordable. Transport is cheap. And the energy of the country feels like it's constantly moving forward. But Vietnam comes with more friction. Visas can be complicated. Bureaucracy can be frustrating. And the language barrier is real. So while the upside is huge, you need to be adaptable. If you're someone who wants everything to be smooth and predictable, this might not be your best fit. Now, let's move to a completely different category. Countries that offer the best mix of income potential and career growth. Because for some people, lifestyle isn't just about cheap living. It's about building something bigger. And for that, you need opportunity. This is where countries like the UAE, Singapore, and Germany come into play. Let's start with the UAE. Dubai, in particular, is one of the most aggressive growth hubs in the world right now. High salaries, zero income tax, massive business opportunities. If you're in tech, finance, marketing, or entrepreneurship, this place can accelerate your income faster than almost anywhere else. But there's a cost. And it's not just financial. Living expenses are high. Rent is expensive. And the lifestyle can become very transactional if you're not careful. You go there to win financially, not necessarily to relax. Now Singapore. Singapore is like a more structured, stable version of that same idea. It's clean, efficient, extremely safe, and one of the strongest economies globally. Salaries are high, especially in finance, tech, and consulting. But again, cost of living is no joke. You're paying for quality, stability, and access. And for the right person, that's worth it. Then there's Germany. Germany offers something different. Not explosive income like Dubai, but long-term stability, strong worker protections, and a clear path to residency. If you're a skilled professional, especially in engineering, healthcare, or IT, Germany is actively looking for you. And while taxes are higher, you get something in return: healthcare, infrastructure, and long-term security. Now let's talk about something more people are starting to prioritize in 2026: freedom. Not just political freedom, but lifestyle freedom.
Time.
Flexibility.
Control over how you live.
This is where countries like Portugal, Mexico, and Georgia become incredibly interesting. Portugal has been a favorite for years, and it's still strong. Great weather, beautiful cities, solid healthcare, and relatively easy residency options compared to most of Europe. It's not the cheapest anymore, but it still offers a high quality of life, especially if you're earning remotely. Mexico is another major player, especially cities like Mexico City, Playa del Carmen, and Guadalajara. You get proximity to the US, a vibrant culture, great food, and a lower cost of living. And the visa situation is surprisingly manageable for long-term stays. But again, there are trade-offs. Safety varies by region, and you need to be smart about where you choose to live. Now here's one that most people overlook. Georgia. Not the US state, the country. Georgia offers something rare. Low taxes, simple residency options, and a surprisingly high level of personal freedom. You can start a business easily. Banking is straightforward, and your cost of living can be very low. It's not perfect. Infrastructure isn't as polished as Western Europe, and it's not as globally connected. But for digital entrepreneurs and remote workers, it's incredibly powerful. Now here's the part most videos don't tell you. Because choosing a country isn't just about what looks good. It's about understanding your priorities. So, let's simplify this. If your main goal is to save money and live well, Southeast Asia is still unbeatable. If your goal is to maximize income, places like Dubai or Singapore make more sense. If your goal is balance and long-term stability, Europe, especially countries like Germany or Portugal, are strong options. And if your goal is freedom and flexibility, then countries like Mexico or Georgia should be on your radar. But here's the real question you need to ask yourself. What do you actually want your life to look like in 2026? Not just where you live, but how you live. Do you want slower mornings and lower stress? Do you want aggressive career growth and higher income? Do you want flexibility to travel and work on your own terms? Because each of these countries gives you something different. And the worst mistake you can make is choosing a place that doesn't match your lifestyle. Now, let me give you a real-world perspective. The people who succeed after moving abroad aren't the ones chasing the best country. They're the ones who understand themselves. They know their income situation, they know their tolerance for risk, and they know what trade-offs they're willing to accept. Because every country comes with trade-offs. Always. Lower costs might mean more bureaucracy. Higher income might mean more pressure. More freedom might mean less structure. There's no way around it. But if you choose correctly, the upside is massive. More money in your pocket, more control over your time, and a lifestyle that actually feels aligned with what you want. So here's the honest summary. 2026 is one of the best times in history to relocate. Opportunities are global. Remote work is normal. And more countries than ever are competing to attract talent. But the advantage only goes to people who move strategically, not emotionally. So don't just ask, where's the best country? Ask, where's the best country for me? Because once you answer that, everything changes. And if you're serious about making that move, start researching, start planning, and most importantly, start thinking beyond where you are right now. Because your next move might be the one that changes everything. Top of form.